I love the intensity, and there's no chance that it can ever be a one-man sport. I love the fact that it's a team, and you have to know the other girls on and off the court, and you have to know how they move, what their strengths are, weaknesses. You really do get to know your teammates a lot better, I think, with this sport than, let's say, basketball, where one person really can steal the show and everybody's kind of in the shadow, I guess. So everybody definitely has to lean on each other. That's what I love.
Welcome back to Montgomery College for more women's college volleyball action. And Sean, what a great quote from Mary Catherine Gleason. The more I see volleyball, the more I agree with her. It is really one of the true team sports. Absolutely, Michael. And you can see she benefited from some great digs and sets by her teammates. A lot of good kills in that first set, but it doesn't happen without the action that preceded her attack. And I loved her comment comparing volleyball to basketball, how in basketball, you know, it can be a one-person show. One person can take over a game. That is just not going to happen in volleyball. Right, and we just saw that with the last set for Montgomery College. All 6 players on the court trying very hard, but when you have 3 players running to the ball, usually a little bit of chaos ensues, and I think that was the big difference in this first set. A lot of hustle and energy by both teams, but just a little bit better execution by Cecil. And, you know, Sean, we've been talking about Amir Mafinejad, how this is his first season, and here's a look at his career in volleyball so far. Yeah, also coaching at Quince Orchard High School and has had a lot of success there. Also a West Coast guy, coached the club team at Oregon and set for their club team as well. He's had a lot of experience in volleyball. Lived all over the world, too. He's quite a guy. He's a software designer for a financial services firm. And one of the things that the players talk about with a lot of respect and a little bit of surprise is how well he relates to them. This is a team that's tight-knit, they're close, and they like to have fun and laugh. They're not goof-arounds by any means. They're very serious in practice, but they really enjoy the process that they've embarked on together as far as getting better as a team, and he's right there with them. Well, I think maybe later in the match, we're going to hear from another player who said this team has the best chemistry of any sports team she's ever been on. Yeah, and for someone who's 16, 17, 18 years old, that's someone who's been on a lot of teams through her life. Right, right. So we're underway here in the second set. Again, Cecil won the first set. Right now, we're right in the middle of a pretty good rally. A violation on Rockville gets the point to Cecil, but a lot more organization right off the bat by Rockville. That is the key. Communication, chemistry. How many times do we hear that when we talk to Coach Mafinejad and the players? Roa had to go a long way for that set. Radishevitz is starting to exert her influence on this game. Yes, she is. The big players up front, and it starts with Blair Halleck in the back. She had some good serves in the last set, and now she's gotten the first 2 points starting it out for Cecil. Yeah, she's got a great, hard, low-angle serve. Bumped back over by Rockville. Another nice set by Halleck. Richardson. Gleason didn't quite get the power behind that one. Good dig there by Falcon. A double hit by Roa. But really all over the court. Well, one of the things that Coach Mafinejad has said about Roa is he's afraid she's going to break a bone. She's all over the court, diving constantly after balls. That time Falcon goes down again. And a solid dig, and just caught Amy Clark in the hand, so inadvertent double hit by her. And Cecil off to a comfortable margin here in the second set. Yeah, caught her by unawares there. Much better set there. Clark with this big hit. But Pelosi picked it up. And Cecil having their way here in the second set. And Montgomery really getting together a quick huddle and really trying to rebuild their confidence. And that looks like a little bit of the difference early in this set. Cecil starting to assert themselves, and Montgomery in a little bit of a scramble, but a set is a long process, and a 5-0 lead can go away pretty quick.
Oh, it can go very quickly, and there's one of them right there. It's a game of runs in a lot of ways, even more so than basketball. And here comes Asha Brown. I think this is her first appearance of the night. Asha out of Wheaton High School.
Unusual, you see someone with the height that she has substitute in for a front row player, but that's the kind of athlete that she is, Michael. Really some good ups and some good quicks.
Yeah, Coach Mafinajad said she is the best athlete on the team and probably the best leaper on the team. And there is a tough situation. Falcon imploring her teammates, communicate, get it together, as it's just impossible for Roa to get to it.
That was one of those communication things. Looks like Asha Brown attempting at it, but that's Roa's ball.
And communication definitely a problem out there right now for Rockville. We talked about it in the pregame. We talked about the need for a cohesive chemistry out there, and they're still working on it. It's a work in progress.
And Cecil, to their credit, jumping all over it. You know, there are times in every match, in every game of every sport, that your opposition is not playing well. And what do you do when that happens? Right now, Cecil is making the most of that opportunity.
They certainly are. They're playing fine volleyball right here. Rockville looks a lot more organized on this rally, but so far Cecil's had the answer. Here comes again Amy Clark. This time tries a little bit of finesse, but it's still saved for Cecil. Nice dig there by Gleason. Falcon tried to find that spot where they weren't. Good long rally.
And Veronica Colisi with her third attack of this volley. Saved each time by Rockville.
And that ball has yet to touch the floor. This is the longest rally of the match. And what's the call here?
Inbounds.
They call the point for Cecil.
A little unfortunate and unlucky as that ball just skittered in.
And right on the line. Again, all it has to do is touch the line. Any part of the ball touches the line, it's in.
You know, and I'm enjoying Cheney Richardson's game. She's sneaky good, Michael. She's almost synonymous with you know, what we would call in complimentary terms a garbage player in basketball. She's kind of around the net, gets those little finesse touches, and makes the most out of what she's got to get some points for her team.
I can think of some baseball players that fit that bill. One guy, one name comes to mind right now, Ronnie Belliard.
Oh, yeah, Ronnie Belliard plays 6 different positions, and he's a world champion.
So, you know, it's that type of player, that type of player. Makes the most of what they have, and you're right, she's doing a great job. Cecil with a commanding lead here in the second set. Rockville needs to get it going here quickly. They need a couple of kills, turn the momentum. There's a set, a little low. Saved. Good dig, but not enough.
Another of those finesse plays to get a point for Cecil.